Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in...
Right. You mean being zapped into energy and then put back together again? Piece of cake.
You can make jokes all you want. Speaking of tech, I'm dying to find out what...
For all we know, that thing could be a recipe for Deathclaw surprise.
Well, it's the best we could do with such short notice. Before we jump, I'm sure the Institute... After that, in the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Good luck, Knight.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy.
Well done, Knight. As soon as She's been under the... Now. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has... Once again, Knight.
I'm late for muster one more time. Captain Kells is gonna have me do 100 push-ups.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project.
Whatever it is,
It will. Come on. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Ingram?
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational.
No problem. I'm sure.
I wish because this... Now, the bad news is the first problem.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance. As much as I... Luckily, you were able to convince Doc... She was on the original build team for... I've already spoken to her, but... If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system...
Prydwen is a magnet. What did you want? If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I've been down this road. Why would I make this...
If not for the Brotherhood.
What they did to Dr. Virgil was cruel.
Right.
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? Tell Proctor Ingram it's going to take a...
Sure.
Experience. Hot shots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
You haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin with a vertebrae. Now that's a challenge. Believe that Dr. Lee's
Proctor Ingram?
Wow, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible if your people...
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be... Besides, we're working with one of... In fact...
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and The actuators are what allow... Prime's new LEMs are... We're gonna have to rip those out. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know. These are the plans and the...
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be... The only thing we need, according to Proctor, we've already sent out...
Once you start building,
Right.
Good luck.
Going up. Basement.
Watch. Nothing there after all.
Protect and serve.
Excuse me.
So justice will be administered swiftly and fairly. Clear. 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 Put down your weapon. Submit to.
Hey.
Going up. Second floor. Going up. Ground. Going up. Basement.
Don't think I can pick this.
out her 5 diagnoses, doctors recommend a nice cup of tea and a good night.
Going up. Basement.
Hey. Over here.
Going up. Second floor.
Please stand still.
Up. Deadly force. Citizens are advised to clear the area. Initiating search for hostile target.
Please stand still.
Lawbreaker. Intruder. Identify yourself. Code. False alarm.
Beastly nuisance. Glad that's done with.
This is a lawful use of deadly force. Going up. Direct complaints to your local law enforcement authority. Basement.
Excuse me, should you be out of...
Do not be alarmed. Restored soon. Please stand by.
ammunition or weapon mods, Dr. Deegan might have one.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk. Without them?
I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
Cute. I wish it was that simple. Prime's bomb, the Commonwealth, but since we arrived...
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully...
Great. That's just great.
Well, hang on a second. But before you get... Proctor Quinlan has located some records. We're fairly certain this included... The catch is that the installation...
I'll head out there immediately.
Good. Because Scribe Halen's established... I suggest you head out there first, and establish... Hopefully, by the time you've returned... Good luck, Knight.
Person that disobeyed Captain Kells ended up swinging.
Heads up. Hi.
Just the part I was looking for. The guys back at the garage are gonna flip. Nothing else to find here. Listen,
That's disappointing.
ain't that a bite? You seem like a cool kid. Our machines or something.
describe?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a...
I'm surprised you've survived over there without my help.
Now that the Pridwins, we've had the occasion thanks to the
That's not surprising.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I've had the men... We've rigged up the... When you find the bomb, after that...
Uh-huh. Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no. Look,
Uh-huh.
if you don't, good luck, Knight.
Engaging.
Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombed. It won't be too much.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to be. We haven't fully.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone here.
I appreciate that.
Proctor?
Actually, after all,
It would be better if a train.
Uh-huh.
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and a battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
With him on our side,
I couldn't agree with you more. Before you head off, I came up with this little...
Damn. I didn't get anything for you.
Oh, sure you did. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Sure.
Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight.
Sense FEV? Who knows what other sick projects the Institute's working on?
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data. A portion of his, after careful and Paladin Danse.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The data you brought, Paladin Danse, to make matters, his sudden absence. I'm finding it.
You have to believe me. He never.
I suspect you're saying exact. Do you wish to try again?
Had he told me.
Don't insult. You fought such.
Has it ever occurred to you that Dan?
No, it did not. However, even if. Which means I've decided. However, Danse is on mission in the. Which leaves me. I'm ordering.
Isn't there some other way?
Absolutely not. Listen, but if we're to find Proctor Quinlan, he's been analyzing. And Knight, you're dismissed.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Danse.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I was merely... I've been pouring, as you're well aware. I think...
Sure.
You may want to...
What the hell is this crap about Danse being a synth?
I assume you're...
So he sets down...
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? I can't believe it.
Right.
There's obvious...
Scribe Halen! Now...
Of course. I believe I have some...
Very well, then.
Knight, if you'd accompany me. I've stored the data.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Danse.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Knight.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Well, if it isn't the man who revived Prime, the Brotherhood is in your debt. Now, did you have documents?
I found some technical documents for you.
And they're in one... Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, check every building...
Scribe?
So, are you ready to take on your first assignment?
Ready.
Great. Let me... One of the Brotherhoods. I have a list of... Here, this... Good luck. This way.
Scribe Halen?
This way. This way. This way. Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Danse?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, I've known... He trained me. He's earned... I don't care what...
That's a bold statement.
It's more than just Danse. That's why I'm... If you're not convinced by what...
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I'll just have... It was listening post Bravo. It's isolated. Just